Ravens have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Ravens going up against the Steelers. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 6 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught left side, Gilmore. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This is Isaiah Crowell. So from the 40 to the 45, 5-yard run.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Fresh set of downs here. And the wideout in motion. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out. And it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. This offense can be flashy at times, and a big reason for that is Perryman.
I like the way you use the word big because that's exactly what Brashad Perryman is. A big receiver with a ton of speed. Runs so well, yet that strength downfield really confounds defensive backs. Is it okay if I tell you I played against his dad in college?
No, I'm just impressed that you work confounds into the broadcast.
I'm impressed I'm still alive because I've really...
Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cliff Averill in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
3rd down, still 14 yards left. Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. This is caught by Antonio Brown. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Taking on the midfield logo. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
They'll set up a throw. Right side catch, Gilmore. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Left side, caught by Matthews. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one. Right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a 1st down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes those cornerbacks will bail out really fast and really get deep, and that allows you to throw the quick game underneath, and they took advantage of it.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashard Matthews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive? Sometimes
it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Over the middle here to Brown. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And one of the underrated aspects of Ben Roethlisberger's game is his ability to actually throw the football. We hear so much about his movement and escaping the pocket. Ben can step back there and fling it, and Antonio Brown is usually there to catch.
We've really seen their chemistry develop, haven't we?
Yes, we have, and it's been really, really fun to watch.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. After the penalty, it's Bell. And some space here. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 6 on the play there. And the Steelers are going to have a first down.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential. But I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now I got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger sliding out of the pocket. And he fires one incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic, and Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2nd down following the run. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back to Heinz Field after this. They come up in an offset eye. Now Bell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try again with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now?
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And now they're in the hurry-up. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 20. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They'll throw now on the final play. Finding time. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. Fielded about a yard deep. He leaps over him. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On second down, Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he's got some space here. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And quickly, they get to the line. He'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Out of the gun now on third down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
First down carry now for Crowell. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
This will be caught at about the 6. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. 6 yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Crowell, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. A strong running. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Back now in Pittsburgh. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. That'll bring up 2nd down. Bryant spread out to the right. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. 3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Out to his left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Surveying the field. He completes it to Bryant. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The lineman, and now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They come out here in the eye. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The play clock's running down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock, and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards.
Really good recognition of the offensive line of the blitz. They picked it up, allowed for more time to throw the ball deep downfield, and a big-time completion.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And Matthews has it right side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. Good. All right, here we go.
Back to throw again. And he is going to lose yardage here. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Pittsburgh, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.